Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news, folks. Today we're diving into some incredible developments that could shake up the NFC East, and more specifically the Washington Commanders roster and their chances this season. The NFL trade deadline is approaching, and the buzz around the league is electric. Rumors are swirling about a major move involving the Las Vegas Raiders and, surprisingly, the Commanders. It's a trade that could redefine how Washington approaches the rest of their season. What's at stake? Well, it's all about adding a proven receiver and a reliable tight end, and that could be a game-changer for a team that's been struggling to find consistency on offense. Let's start with the player that's been at the center of this conversation. Jacoby Meyers, the 28-year-old wide receiver from UMass. Meyers has been a staple in the Raiders' passing game, and despite the team's struggles this season, he's been a bright spot. Over his career, he's shown flashes of reliability and route-running precision, which is exactly what Washington needs right now. Meyers has accumulated 422 receptions for nearly 50 yards and 20 touchdowns across 97 games. That's a solid track record, especially considering his emergence as a top target in New England before heading to Las Vegas. In the current season, Meyers has been productive 6 games into the campaign. He's caught 29 passes for 329 yards on 43 targets, averaging 3 yards per catch, with a long reception of 45 yards. The fact that he's been targeted so often and has maintained a high average yards per reception really highlights his role as a chain mover. And for the Commanders, who have been struggling offensively, adding a player like Meyers could bring a much-needed boost to their passing attack. Remember, Washington is currently ranked 24th in passing yards per game, averaging just 198. 7 yards, which is a clear area where they need improvement. What makes Meyers particularly appealing is his consistency and his ability to perform in contested catch situations. His contested catch success rate is in the top 15 league-wide at 58%, and his drops are minimal, just 2.9 per 100 targets. Plus, there's no recent injury history post-2024 ankle injury, which adds to his reliability. His PFF grade for 2025 is in the top 50, and he's projected to reach around 100 yards this season, which would be a career high for him. That's exactly the kind of production Washington would love to incorporate into their passing game to complement the likes of Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, and Curtis Samuel. Now, why is this trade so significant? Well, the Raiders are in a rebuild mode, sitting at 1-6, and they've just been pummeled by the Kansas City Chiefs, losing 30-0. They're looking to shed some cap space and acquire draft capital, and Meyers, with a cap hit of around $12 million, fits that bill perfectly. The Raiders are eyeing a conditional third-round pick in 2026, along with a veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. Ertz, who's been a reliable target for years, has 20 catches for 192 yards and 3 touchdowns this season. His run-blocking grade is solid at 65. 2 PFF, and he offers veteran leadership and consistency at the tight end position, which could bolster Las Vegas's run game and passing attack as well. From Washington's perspective, acquiring Meyers isn't just about adding another receiver. It's about solidifying a passing attack that's been starved of production. Their current quarterback, Sam Howell, has shown flashes of potential, but has been hampered by injuries and inconsistency. The team's offensive line has had its struggles, and the passing game has suffered as a result. Meyers, route running, and reliable hands could help stabilize the offense, especially on third downs where Washington needs to convert more often. His ability to gain yards after the catch adds an extra dimension, something that could elevate the entire offensive scheme. Let's talk briefly about the impact of Meyers on Washington's offense statistically. His addition could increase the yards per game, pushing it closer to the league average or even above, depending on how quickly he adapts to the system. Right now, the team is averaging just over 198 yards per game, which isn't enough to sustain playoff hopes. Meyers' skill set, especially his route precision, Averaging just 1.9 yards per route run would be a perfect fit for the quick pass concepts that offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy is trying to implement. But it's not just about the numbers. Meyers brings leadership and a veteran presence that Washington desperately needs. His experience in high-pressure situations, combined with his ability to perform in contested catches, makes him a perfect fit for a team looking to rebuild and develop its young quarterback. Plus, with the potential addition of Ertz, Washington gains a veteran tight end who can help with red zone efficiency and third down conversions. Ertz's 3 touchdowns this season show he can still make an impact, especially in crucial moments. Switching gears for a moment, let's consider the bigger picture. The NFC East is a division that's been highly competitive lately, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all vying for supremacy. The Commanders, under new head coach Ron Rivera, have been trying to find consistency, and this kind of trade signals a clear intent to push for a playoff spot. Adding Meyers, along with the veteran presence of Ertz, could be the kind of move that propels Washington into the postseason picture. Their defense has been solid at times, but the offense needs that spark, that extra gear to turn close games into wins. And don't forget, Washington has a rich history of making bold moves in the offseason and during the season, aiming to capitalize on opportunities. This trade fits that mold perfectly. Meyers, with his proven production and reliable hands, could be the receiver that helps Howell develop further, especially in critical moments. His chemistry with the quarterback, built over multiple seasons in New England and now in Las Vegas, could translate seamlessly once he dons the burgundy and gold. Now, let's look at the broader implications. The Raiders' decision to trade Meyers and Ertz shows they're embracing a rebuild, focusing on draft capital and flexibility for the future. For Washington, acquiring a player like Meyers is a statement of intent. It's about winning now, but also about building a core that can sustain success in the coming years. Meyers' projected 100-yard season, and his route-running skills could be exactly what the Commanders need to turn their passing attack around and make a real push for the playoffs. In terms of the division, if this trade goes through, it's going to be interesting to see how it impacts the dynamics. The NFC East has been known for its fierce rivalries, and any move that shifts the balance of talent can have ripple effects. Washington adding Meyers makes their offense more formidable, and if they can improve their red zone efficiency, rising from 20th to potentially top 10, that could be the difference maker in tight games. As for the upcoming games, Meyers' potential debut in the burgundy and gold could come at a perfect time. The team faces some critical opponents in the next few weeks, and a seasoned receiver like him could be instrumental in those clutch moments. Plus, his ability to stretch defenses with his long receptions, averaging 45 yards with a long of 45, means he can open up the field and create more space for McLaurin, Dotson, and Samuel to operate. And speaking of McLaurin, having Meyers on the opposite side could help take some pressure off him, especially in double coverage. It's all about creating mismatches and getting the most out of your offensive personnel, and Meyers' skill set aligns perfectly with that strategy. His consistency and ability to gain yards after the catch could turn third and mediums into first downs and keep drives alive, which has been a challenge for Washington this season. The draft implications are also worth noting. The conditional third-round pick in 2026 gives the Raiders flexibility, but it's also a strategic move for Washington. Acquiring Meyers at a relatively affordable cap hit now allows them to focus on other areas of need in the draft, possibly bolstering their offensive line or adding a dynamic playmaker in the secondary. It's a smart move that balances immediate impact with future planning. In the grand scheme of things, this trade is more than just a roster move. It's a statement of intent from Washington. They're not just looking to compete, they want to contend to make a serious run in the postseason. Meyers' arrival could be the spark that ignites their offense, and with the right coaching adjustments, this team could turn their season around. The NFC East is wide open, and if Washington can capitalize on this move, they might just find themselves in the thick of the playoff race come January. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you believe Meyers can be the missing piece for this offense? Or do you think the Raiders are making a smart move in rebuilding? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of this team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. The season is heating up and big things are on the horizon. Let's keep the passion alive and get ready for what's next in the NFC East and beyond.